Hi, I'm Debbie and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. This is the overview for February 11th through the 17th. Now, when I'm doing the overview, I'm going to do a general reading. I'm going to tell you what's going on in the heavens, kind of where the planets are aligned. But I'm also going to talk to you a little bit about the individual sign readings. Okay, so the cards that I use for the individual signs, which this is not, are going to be this time around. Are going to be my Radley Valentine, my Archangel Power Tarot cards, my Guardian Angel Tarot cards. I am going to pull one from Inspirational Wisdom from Angels and Fairies, written by Frances Monroe, artwork by Judy Mastrangelo. Also, too, I do not have, we are going to also the Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now, I do not have my Angel Answers, not quite sure if people like it or not, but we will be using Living Reiki Healing cards by Penelope Quest for these individual readings. For this overview reading, I will use my Radley Valentine, and what do we call these? My Angel Wisdom Tarot and my Osha Zen Tarot cards. Now, I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power, Holy Spirit, to God, Source, and I ask whatever needs to come through to come through. Okay? But remember, these are general readings. They may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. Okay, let's go on, first of all, and see what is going on in the stars, in the heavens. We're going to go to that one site that I really, really like. So here we go. And I like it because it gives you just a nice little snapshot of what's going on. So this is the-astrologer.net. So we talk about, so we're starting on the 11th, but remember we had the new moon on the 9th, and actually today's the 5th, so we haven't come up to that new moon again yet. But it is going to be a new start. My Aquarius is this Aquarius energy. There's a lot of responsibility and a lot of things that have to be done during this, beginning of this age of Aquarius, if we want to call it that. We talk about Mercury, 8 degrees. 8 is always opportunity. It is possibilities. Mercury in Aquarius is squaring off with Jupiter, 8 degrees again in Taurus. So there is some interesting conversation that could be heard, information that can be heard. Now, when it's squaring, the pressure is on both sides, okay? But a lot of time, this squaring, so there's a little bit of a controversy, there's a little bit of an adversary, but at the same time, the different opinions, the different energies can help to make that, that piece of coal turn into and shine into that diamond, okay? So this could be, while it might be a little bit on the rough side, it could be something that we could hear something that benefits us in the long run. Now, the 13th, 14th, and 16th, and even the 17th, this has some interesting energies in itself. Now, the 14th is Valentine's Day. Looking at this, well, let's just go through what this says. So Venus, 26 degrees in Capricorn. So Venus is nice earthly energy. She's looking at what she wants. She's clinging to her dreams. Neptune, 26 Pisces. And, she's clinging to what she wants, what she hopes for, as Mars, the god of war. I know that Mars is connected more with Scorpio, but I'm always going to go with Aries too. So we have a very contentious type of energy entering into Aquarius, so air energy in itself. So contention, so there's going to be some friction happening. Aquarius is always about the populace, is always about the social good, doing what is believed to be right. So there's going to be some contention with that. Then we have on the 14th, Mars is conjuncting with Pluto. Now remember, Pluto is transformation. Pluto again has a connection with Scorpio energy, the darker energy, going into some deep energy there, or deep places there. But Pluto is also transformation, has also the the phoenix, rising from the ashes. But first the ashes have to come. And remember, Pluto is in Aquarius. So we go back to some of our numbers. So we have a 2. Numbers do have meaning. 2 is choices, decisions. partnering. 6 is the number of man. It's the energy you put into something yourself. It could be good or bad. 2 plus 6 is an 8, and so we can have that 8 of possibilities and opportunities, depending on what you choose, depending on the choices that you make. But again, I have like Venus, this 13th. Venus is holding on to her dreams, holding on to what she wants per se. But Mars is going forward into Aquarius and marching on. And again, now the 14th, Mars conjunct, so that means partnering or kind of buddies with Pluto, 46 degrees, so we know what 6 is again, but 4 is stability, organization, leadership. But you add it together, it becomes a 10. I'm sorry, it's 0 degrees. It's 0 degrees, 46 minutes. You get this, it's a 10 transition. Things are transitioning. Things are not necessarily the way they've been in the past. Now we have Venus following Mars into Aquarius, kind of has to make her new plan, has to think things through. We have Venus conjuncting with Pluto, 52 minutes. Isn't that what it is? This is the degree and 52 is the minute. So 5 is choices, decisions. I'm sorry, 5 is change. 2 is again choices, decisions. But you add it together, it becomes a 7, and it's on the 17th. So we have that 7, which is a divine covering. Now again, Mercury, 19 degrees, Aquarius, squaring off with Uranus, 19 degrees, Taurus. Uranus is the, is the planet that's, expect the unexpected, information energy. It's like pressuring. There's some pressure going on, and Uranus really, Uranus and Aquarius are very joined together. Taurus is earth energy, air energy. Mercury, all about that information coming through. 19 degrees is actually the tarot card, the tarot number for the the major arcana number for the sun. So there could be some very interesting light put on information that is totally unexpected. Now, normally the sun has very good vibes, good energy. But I'm really feeling like this has a lot of light coming to it, a lot of light on, and just information coming out that may be totally unexpected. So kind of, so what does that mean for Valentine's Day? I would say maybe make, you're going to do what you're going to do, but maybe make it a low-key Valentine's Day. Maybe just say, hey, why don't we celebrate this day maybe when things are a little bit, friendlier. I mean, this is not unfriendly, but it is very, very intense, okay? So I would say from the 13th to the 17th, hey, just kind of chill a little bit. Be with your sweetheart if you have a sweetheart, or be kind to yourself if that's what you need to do, okay? Because it's going to be a very interesting, as always, week. Now, just in general, so yeah, this is... there's going to be a lot of irritation going on. There's going to be a lot of, just holding people, holding things, just situations to a higher level and kind of being disappointed. So I would say if if you can discuss this, Valentine's Day and the days around it can still be a very loving change, a loving day for you. But I would keep it more low-key, and I wouldn't put too much pressure on either parties, and I would just kind of go with the flow during this time, okay? Because, yeah, there's this Mercury squaring with Uranus on the 17th. It's kind of like a crescendo, right? Crescendo. And remember, Pluto now in Aquarius. Last time Pluto, and I know I say this a lot, but last time Pluto was in Aquarius was around 1776, I think, revolutionary days. But the big push will be when Uranus transitions into Gemini, but that's not until May, June of 2025. So we got a little bit of time. So ride the roller coaster, stay buckled. Again, I would kind of keep this as a just kind of a chilled Valentine's Day, okay? Okay, so let's go back here and see what we have with our, there we go, with our cards. Again, I pray, meditate, I infuse with Reiki energy. I am I'm a Reiki 3. I've taken all of the courses. Calling me a master is saying that I have nothing left to achieve, and I have so much more to achieve. So let's see. Higher power, Holy Spirit, what else is there? What else do you want to say? What's going on this 11th through the 17th? So we have a 211, we have a 217, 2024. What do you have going on? What do you want to say for this week coming up? Okay. Okay, let's see. All right. So remember, anything that is reversed has a little stronger message. That is how I read these cards. And let's see what we have here. Okay, first card. All right, so we have the 4 of air. So 4 again, stability, organization. I'm sorry, yeah, 4 is stability, organization, and leadership. Air energy is Aquarius. It is Gemini. It is also Libra. So we're in Aquarius. A lot of things are transitioning into Aquarius. A lot, like I said, Mars and Venus are transitioning into Aquarius, and is also what Mercury too is there. So we've got a lot of Aquarius energy going on. Gemini and Libra. Libra is that south node, and that's kind of trying to make some sense from that past. But my Aquarius this is a time that is going to be pushing you into a leadership role, that whether you are ready for it or not. But we'll talk about that more in Aquarius. Okay, so thought processes, thinking things through, making some plans. You can take a look. She's meditating. We have our sword energy up there. We have Pax, peace. She's trying to come to terms with what she needs to come to terms with. She has taken off of her armor. She is vulnerable at this point, but at the same time, she's praying, she's meditating, she's asking for divine wisdom, divine help through maybe a troubled time. Now, this goes with Raziel. This goes with with our major arcana 9, which is the Hermit, which is about taking time to connect with higher power, Holy Spirit, and just kind of saying, what do you want? What do you want from me? What do I need to do? This is also, I'm getting very strongly, this is part of that ascension process that many people have probably been hearing about. I'm kind of getting that 4 to 5 type of 4D to 5D, but if you're still in that 3D, which is not, don't worry about it so much, then this is transitioning into the 4D. But remember, with this type of growth, there is such a thing as growing pains, okay? So, insights that come from meditation, the need to rest or take a vacation. Allow yourself more time before making a decision, mental exhaustion, get more sleep. So it's like the world is exhausted, the world is tired, the world needs to pray, the world needs to meditate, the world needs to come together and reach to that higher level. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. All right, so now we have the Knight of Fire. Now, I love the Knight of Fire because court cards, how I read my cards, court cards, the Page, Knight, Queen, and King all have dual energies. The underlying energy for the Knight is fire, but this is also fire energy. So this is fire, fire. This is our Aries, our Leo, and our Sagittarius. Very passionate, very burning, very determined energy. So that now we also have a waxing moon there, and we are coming into that time, the new moon, and then the new moon will be going into a waxing moon. Waxing is all about new starts, new passions, new places, new things, new places, new things to go. We have the clouds, we have the night rushing in. Now, normally the Knight is dressed up very, very, has all their armor on other cards. Here she is. She is very vulnerable. She is not, she's just rushing in, but she's just very ready, but she's not really ready, if you know what I'm saying. She has a blue, which is very peaceful, very divine scarf. She's got a red plume in her hat, Red has a lot of passion to it. She is moving into something, and there's the moon. It's at night, and yet it seems like she's very lit. Okay, the sky is very lit, even though she does not have a full moon here. She is very sure-footed at the same time. The horse is going over sand, which is kind of saying, with sand, the horse could stumble. But yet, again, very sure-footed, very confident. So something going on, meditate, connect with God, source, but yet at the same time, be confident, be very passionate in your journey, the Earth's journey. Things are moving forward. Where they're going, we're not quite sure yet. Passionate, confident, charismatic, restless. Events requiring immediate action. Trust your instincts through this time. Stay focused. A passionate relationship. So people are going to feel very strongly and very passionately about whatever is going on in the world. Next card is the Star. Well, I love this. This is Jophiel. Jophiel is about, Jophiel has a lot of creativity, a lot of possibilities. And the Star in itself, major arcana, is all about hope, is all about replenishing, is all about giving back, and is all about just having wonderful, wonderful faith. Now, we have these, some people say that the water is going up, some people say the water is going down, as it cycles in itself here. I look at this card as this is unending blessings, unending supplies, unending water to water whatever is needed, to water the ground, to water the water itself, to replenish the water, to replenish the ground. So again, the star, now we did have some stars up here, make wishes, but it does have a lot of hope to it. So no matter how dark things seem, there is always hope. Have faith, the future is bright. Dreams come true. Positive changes that bring an end to challenging times, the light at the end of the tunnel. So she, like I said, she's watering the ground, she's watering the water. This is a sense of replenishment. And look at there. We have a bluebird there, the bluebird of happiness maybe. And I have to say, it's very odd. I mean, we have blue jays in our areas, in the area that I live, and blue jays they can be very aggressive. But I have been seeing a lot of blue-colored birds that were not blue jays. So, I just find that in itself interesting. So whatever's going on, kind of chill, take that moment, meditate. Things are going to be happening around us. It's going to stir up a lot of passion. We have to have faith. We have to have hope. Things are going to be better. And I know. They always do get better. Like I said, I have seen miracles occur where I thought nothing could, no, there's no way out of this. And then doors open, windows open, miracles happen. Okay, let's see what else we might have here. Yeah, so the planets themselves are a little bit, pushy to each other. But the cards are saying, we need to keep ourselves focused. We need to keep ourselves chilled. We need to keep ourselves faithful and hopeful. Okay? Okay, let's see what else I might have here. This is with the Osha Zen Tarot, which are always a little different too. I love the differences in this deck. Don't use it as much as I should. But let's see. Higher power, Holy Spirit. What else is there? What else can you tell is going to happen, going on for this coming week? Understanding. So this in itself is kind of like that being trapped, being, the illusion of being trapped. This is, can I actually fly high? Here all the birds are flying. Some are on, if you look, this little bird there's a cage, or there is a fence, or there is something surrounding, but yet he's perched. And yet if you look, some of his wing is halfway in, his wing is out, It's kind of like they're all coming to talk to him, coming to say, hey, you can be free, things are happening. Part of it is to also expand your understanding, see beyond, see beyond what's being told, see beyond what necessarily you're hearing. Sometimes with this, it's best to turn off your electronics if you can. But there is, this person, this little bird, is she choosing to stay where she's at? Is she getting ready to move forward? Is she getting ready to move into this freedom? What does she believe? What does she understand? It's interesting. This is a kind of an on hold. What do you choose? What are you going to do? Are you ready to spread your wings? Or are you going to stay here where there are bars? Always interesting, always interesting. And it's always choices. That's the thing. We have free will. We have choices. Many people will be like, well, why is this all happening? Well, part of it has been our choices, but part of it has been choices made by other people too that have come to affect us. So really, this is a time when, when we're talking about the ascension energies, when we're talking about vibrations, we have to have faith. We have to believe. And again, I've told you, I had a roof blow off of my house on Christmas Eve. You want to try to repair that? Miracles happen. Okay. Anyway, everyone out there, you know that this is that time when I'm going to ask you, and oh my goodness, we really had so many views and likes and shares, and I really want to thank you. That gives me, that just pops me up a little bit. That gives me incentive. That says people are listening, people want to watch. So thank you so much. Now, remember, the important part about it too is to do the like, share, subscribe, clicking on the bell for notifications. I also post on Rumble, so if you watch me on Rumble, rumble me. The most important part, and this is the truest part, please always know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.